Hey, what's up, Internet? It's the one, the only Steamtown Gamer, and welcome to Paradise Lost. Now, this is an absolutely incredible game, at least from what I can tell. I've played about an hour and a half of this, and I have loved it so far. It is not a fast game. It is a very slow-moving, exploratory, somewhat parkour-ish kind of game. It's incredibly detailed orientated. I mean, you really have to study and analyze things and you can just see this entire world within a world within a world. It's just amazing. So I'm going to stop ranting and raving about how good it is and actually show you how good it is. So we're going to go to new game. I believe that the date just said 1968. Authorize. Security scan process. This is just the loading screen. Yeah, there is a really kick-ass steampunk design to this game, which just makes it so much cooler. So a little recap to get you things going here. This is a apocalyptic. I'll let this cutscene play actually. I'll let this play first. Denial. Okay, so now we're actually playing the game. Oh man, that cutscene, there's a lot of symbolism in that cutscene. I mean, yeah, I mean, just seeing the spectacles. I mean, everyone calls them glasses now, but yeah, back then they would have called them spectacles. The teddy bear just frozen in ice, the suitcases themselves really shows you something about war. And moving down. So this is a alternate timeline of humanity. Oh, here we go. And this is a post-apocalyptic Earth. As far as I can tell, it's a post-apocalyptic Earth. The outside is just frozen.
I'm scared of the dark too. This is how we fight it. See? And now Mommy's going to make it all warm and cozy, and you tidy up your toys, dobrze? It'll be warm in no time. Nobody likes when it's cold, right? Maybe when you're big and strong, the winter will go away. What do you think? Yeah, that's what I thought. There's no way of knowing. We just have to take it day by day. Did I tell you how brave you are? Well, even if I did, I don't say it enough. You think I'm boring, But that's what being a mom is all about. Being boring. Time to sleep, little one. No matter how dark the night, the new day sun will rise. Pamiętaj o tym.
Yeah, so you actually play as the son. You play as that child, just then. He's having a flashback, if you will. He's about 12 years old now. 12 years old. Even just listening to that cutscene again gives me a general flashback of things I missed. She said she doesn't know when the sun's going to come out. They can only take it day by day. And considering how much older he is now, the winter is still around. Something happened during World War II. My guess is that it just went full-on nuclear and has now caused a global winter. Frozen Pipe. Yeah, this game is just chocked full of symbolism out the yahoo. It's just ridiculous. If you're having trouble reading that, you just hit E and it will do that. Okay? May 19, 1960. I'm afraid morale is continuing to decline. Some of the men are getting restless. I suspect some of them realize that their Oberlent knows little as what they do. I understand that our mission is top secret, but we are possibly the best equipped unit in the entire German army, and our purpose still remains a mystery to us. We are sat on a variable mountain of rifles, mortars, grenades, missiles, Geiger counters, and state-of-the-art military that has never been tested. We are even have a cutting-edge communication system, yet no sign of incoming transmissions. When will we take the fight to the enemy? So effectively, the German soldiers who are running this bunker here don't really know the whole plan. They just know that they're sitting on top of a ton of experimental weapons, grenades, and kick-ass stuff that should be used for the war, yet they are not doing anything. They're just sitting around waiting for something to happen. Take a look here. It's peeking outside. I guess it's no use now. It's completely frozen over. I said that the year was 1998. I don't think that's the year anymore. I think it's probably closer to the year 2000. Oh, yep, it's a Nazi symbol. Surveillance report, date April 16th, 1960. Coordinates. I was dispatched to level 00 at 9:42 to patrol hatch 061B. I suspect that that's going to become a something in the future. Northwest entrance to the shovel. Upon arrival, the shelter door observed as usual that nothing had changed. The door was sealed and I encountered 0 trespassers. That includes my daily report, of which of course no one ever bothers to read. Yeah, there's not many there's so many items to interact with, but very few that you can actually, pick up. I mean, he doesn't have a gun, he doesn't have like a tool or wrench or something that he can walk around with. It's just him, really. Occasionally he picks up like a key or something, but really there's no one to fight. It's just an exploring game. If there are people to fight, I have not encountered them yet. So there's just so much I want to give away right now. I'm not going to do that, but I will say that this will trigger another cutscene.
What was that?
04.
What happened? Is everything alright?
It fell. No, it's nothing. It fell. I was going to say it's nothing.
It's nothing.
It didn't sound like nothing. Well, are you going to bring me that rotor or not? It's broken. Why didn't you say so?
Mom? Who's this?
It's no one. Do you understand? It's no one.
Let's see, just more paperwork, more documents, more general crap. I thought that was the button to power everything on, but turns out we have to power that on by going through here. Nazi coffee cups. Everything seems to be in standby mode. Here we go, here we go, here we go. About to yell out what I know that's down there, but you couldn't really get a good look at it, so we're going to go over here. Trains. Kind of a symbolism once we actually get down. Oh, we're also going to shut off this bloody alarm too. That's better. Calling on the elevator, but it would appear that the Nazis knew something was big. I mean, of course, they built fallout shelters and whatnot, but this is something bigger. This isn't a fallout shelter. This is a apocalyptic shelter. You'll see shortly. I know that I may have given away a bit too much information, but as far as shelters go, this is something else. Fallout can definitely learn something from this. So yeah, the Nazis, with help of other nations, I think as well, other supporting nations, I should say. There's a door that leads outside. That's a big ass door. Okay, so we're on level 00, and the picture that his mum was in had level 4 written on it. So she's from here. So it gives you the idea that he is in fact following in his mother's footsteps. should point out, this is just the entrance way. This is where they were importing people from all across the land, and this is just a way to get in. And I know what you'll be thinking, this isn't one of those camps that they sent people to. No, not at all. This is people that they wanted to save. I mean, these are luxury. These are for transport in luxury. These aren't for transporting troops or soldiers or heavy duty equipment or prisoners, if you will. No, these are for carrying people in somewhat luxury too. Looks like for long distances. Hitting E does nothing because it's... Yeah, I can't really tell what that is. But this place has been dead for some time, like abandoned for some time, because the ice is just now creeping in. And you can take a look at all these, luggages and whatnot here. All the suitcases and stuff. This is where people were having, their stuff brought. Dear Grandma, you won't believe who was on the train. Gertma Muller. You were just playing her record to me. She's so elegant. I wish I could talk to her, but she's in her own car. No one's allowed inside. There's also a cartoonist from the newspaper you always read. He even drew a picture of the Führer. Oh, okay, Führer for me. If you don't know who the Führer is, that's Hitler. That is Hitler. But I think he made Gorning look a little slimmer than he really is. It's an honor just to be in the same train as so many talented people. I'm sorry that you couldn't get to say goodbye. They came when you were away and were so impatient and rude. Nothing like I imagined they would be. But at least they promised to deliver this goodbye letter. Oh, they didn't deliver the letter. I hope this finds you well. I love you, Amelia. Sorry, Amelia. I don't think she got the message. Oh, that's messed up. That's messed up. So apparently they were picking up what appears to... I don't know if that was a child. It might be it's definitely a younger person, that's for sure. Back. So this is just an exploratory part of the game where we just run around. This is really a luxury area here. It's possible that they were just using any train they could grab to basically bring people in. To all colonists, you are advised to only bring one suitcase per person. Will be allowed in Gesellschaft. In addition, belongings will be disposed of upon arrival. In addition, all additional belongings will be disposed of. The rule has been reinforced by the SS Race and Settlement Main Office, Russia. Will be no exceptions. Okay, so one thing of luggage per person, and that is it. You fit what you can fit in. And they were referring to a new colonist, so they weren't referring to someone as a new colonist is referring to the fact that, they're not really coming back. They're starting anew. So they basically knew something was going to happen. Not something might happen, something was going to happen.
I'm leaving, do you hear me? And you're not going to stop me. I don't want to spend my whole life here. Mama? Mama, are you okay? Mama Shu?
So, I think his mother was from here. This is my theory. His mother was from here. She escaped, and you'll find out in the near future why. She escaped and was pregnant at the time as well. She managed to find a safe space, but you know, over the years, she told stories about what this place was, and the kid turning, in his teens, he wanted out. He didn't want to live in a cramped apartment with his mother anymore. So he decided he was just going to leave. But at that time, his mother probably died. Mr. Baklubber, I'm writing you because I have a favor to ask. I understand that there is no longer my place to investigate since all of the worldly assets are now legally yours, but I hope you grant me this final favor in the case. I am sure that the first thing you are planning to do is cut down the beech tree stood in the yard. However, a family of blackbirds has built a nest in there. Please make sure to relocate the nest before cutting it down the tree. P.S. Next time I should remember to buy a train ticket. I should remember to buy a train ticket for someone who somewhat resembles me. We look nothing alike. Not to mention your passport photograph atlas. You are the only person I know of. Bahala was gifted this ticket. Okay, so it would appear this guy has switched places with someone else who got a ticket, who was allowed to go into the colonists, and this guy exchanged everything he had to get the ticket. Okay, that's pretty interesting. And he's complaining that this other guy doesn't really look much like him. That looks like bandages. I've got no idea what that says. It's written in German. Now I can move a little bit faster by holding shift, but it is so slow, really. I mean, there's virtually no difference. I can show you. This is walking normal speed, and this is with shift. You can barely tell the difference at best. But I'm going to hold it nonetheless because we want to get through. I still want to move around as fast as possible. Nazi cups. Pretty sure pulling that doesn't do anything. So this is just one of those ridiculously big elevators. It reminds me a lot of the elevators in Resident Evil. They seem to have those a lot. Dear Leopard, many times I've prayed, please God, make me important. Make me build to those who clearly in front of me. Make me blind to what is clearly in front of me. I am just a simple mechanic doing what is asked of him. But in my heart, I always knew this day would come, when I had to pay for all those years of looking the other way. What pains me is even more that day has now finally come. And you are the one who must suffer the consequences, not me. Today, I lose a friend. And I cannot help but wonder if I had to be this way. Maybe if I found the courage to question my orders, I'd have known this would be our final journey together. I salute you, my old friend. I am truly sorry that it has to end like this. What is he talking about? I mean, he's a train mechanics. That could refer to what they use the trains for. back in the 1940s. I don't know if this place is run off a nuclear power plant or probably geothermic. Yeah, I'm going to say geothermic energy. It seems like they built this place in a hurry. Shiza, I'm going the wrong way. Yeah, it seems like they built this place in a hurry. They built it and then had the colonists move in instead of like building sections at a time and then having people move in. Leo. I thought he was talking to a friend, but that's the train. He was talking about the train. Maybe the company. See, normal speed with shift. Very, very minimal difference at best. Here we had the first look at this place. As you can see, it is huge. It must go on for tens of kilometers, possibly even longer. It must be a huge salt. I think it's a salt mine that they effectively drained, and you can see that it's still continuing to build. I mean, there's cranes everywhere. There's just a shit ton more trains. This place is so big that it's got its own weather system of sorts. He left outside. He walked outside in an apocalyptic winter without any gloves. What the hell, kid? Didn't your mum teach you not to? Oh, right. She did. Probably did. Okay, I'm not liking. Oh, I think this was used to bring animals. Yeah, I mean, or possibly just heavy duty equipment. A lot of footprints here, actually. Note that, I think that's a makeshift bed with a teddy bear. They could have been transporting prisoners here as well, in the hopes of getting the necessary numbers.
Zdrowaś Maryjo, łaski pełna, Pan z Tobą, błogosławionaś Ty między niewiastami, błogosławiony owoc żywota Twojego, Jezus. Święta Maryjo, Matko Boża, módl się za nami grzesznymi, teraz i w godzinę śmierci naszej. Amen.
That didn't work. That didn't work. Am I not supposed to go in here? It's a possibility. Pretty sure I needed to go in there. maybe I had to wait for the prayer to be over. I'm like 99% sure I was supposed to go through there. Or maybe maybe the door is like further up or something. Really hope that didn't glitch out on me. I really hope it didn't. Because I'm pretty sure I have a bad feeling it did.
Zdrowaś Maryjo, łaski pełna, Pan z Tobą, błogosławionaś Ty między niewiastami i błogosławiony owoc żywota Twojego, Jezus. Święta Maryjo, Matko Boża, módl się za nami grzesznymi, teraz i w godzinę śmierci naszej. Amen.
Okay, well, I'm going to pause my recording and then try to figure out what the hell is going on. Hey guys, I'm back. So effectively, it did sort of crash or glitch out a bit. I just hit restart checkpoint and it just took me back a little bit, basically where the elevator dropped me off. And I went back to the door to open it again, and it triggered another cutscene. So this is another flashback, but this is an interactive flashback. And if you can take a look here, that is where him and his mother must have been living, inside that little makeshift bunker thing. And this must be him, you know, first leaving. This all happened the first time I played it, naturally, but I didn't make the link between the two until just now. Okay, now we're back to reality. Level 1. So this is where you go in. Quite beautiful, really. And as you can see, they rolled out the red carpet. But that red carpet isn't for us regular people. No, we're actually going to go in and see who the red carpet is actually for. It's for her, the singer. That's what that letter was saying about how there was that talented singer on board, and he couldn't go see her because it's simply just closed off. So this is her personal train. I'd open that, but it's just full of liquor bottles. Man, she has got it going good. Take a look at this. It's probably the two kids. It's either her and her brother when they were kids, or maybe her nephews, or even her children. It's hard to believe that she would actually have children. And her safe has been opened and doesn't really look like ransacked, but it's definitely open. Let's go through her personal drawers. What do we have? Oh, look. Medicine. You know what I mean by medicine. That is... yeah, that's probably morphine. That's probably morphine. Or something similar to morphine. But I'm going to say morphine. Yeah, she's a celebrity. She showed up here and walked the red carpet that was waiting for her. Now, I have a feeling we're not going to be able to get through here. Oh, okay. No, scratch what I just said, because I've gotten through before, but I had to go around the side because I wanted to explore, and turns out I went another way. Much like a seed, we will grow underground in this fertile German soil. We will grow tall and will bloom in July, just like the wilderness does. One little wilderness, my little wilderness, beautiful, noble, and white. Oh, a rabbit. It's the way I got in. I actually went down the chute where they were putting the luggage through to sort it out. I guess there's just more to see that way, but going through the normal way is also pretty good. It's just a regular train station, but it's fallen in. What do we have over here? A toy tin tank. I actually sell stuff like that on my little eBay store called Anything Atomic. That's pretty good. It's a nice little side hustle. Okay, entrance instructions. In order to enter Gaustaff, allow these step-by-step instructions. Have your Oswells ready. Form a line at the window. Give the clerk your Oswells for stamping. Take your stamped identification and proceed to the entry point in the ordinary fashion. Scan your stamped Oswells in the entrance console. Your stamped Oswells is your ticket to Gaustaff. So not only do you need a ticket of sorts, but you have to get it authenticated through here, and then you're allowed in. So that guy who basically switched places with some other guy in exchange for everything he owns, may not have been qualified. Oh, okay, I got something. So that was the paperwork, I'm guessing, because we got to keep it this time. Oh, because when I snuck in, I didn't go to this area over here. No whatsoever. I entered in through the other side of this gate. So there's just two ways of getting in. I think I have to get that authenticated first. I remember my grandfather had a pipe. Lived to his 90s, actually. I'm not even going to bother reading that. It's too much information. So it was, you have to have that form, and then you would make a queue at one of the windows, and then you would get it effectively stamped. I'm guessing that this is it. Thing's rusted tight. This place was, at least at that time, cutting edge technology. I mean, if this is the 1960s, we're talking about the use of computer chips. We're talking about digitally authenticating things, such as this box here alone. I mean, this technology didn't exist at that time. Everything's all automated and stuff, so. Nazi flags. Oh, beautiful elevator, actually. Down we go. That's the level that his mum was in the photo of, so naturally he wants to go there.
Huh?
Okay, so he was in the elevator. The elevator did not take him to the floor that he wanted to go because why would it? It'd be too convenient. Instead, it took him to level 2. That is not the floor that we want to go to. This is some sort of research facility. I guess everyone else is taken to other places, but naturally people aren't going to be, the civilians aren't going to be sent to the military, to a missile research facility. Hey, okay, for the Führer's eyes only, Berlin 1949. Since the Soviet Union remains our enemy and is uncertain how long the USA will maintain neutrality, our priority must be A. Producing large amounts of atomic weaponry, B. Deploying a method of deploying said weaponry at a long distance. If we are unable to either complete either of these points and do not destroy the Reich's enemies, we must prepare for Plan B, and that is temporarily disabling the enemy with a available atomic weaponry, providing shelter to the Volk, and preparing them for the final battle. I think this was okay. Here is the core elements. Finish work on the Quell de Intelligence program, which as quickly as possible. Build a network of radiation-proof bunkers, sustainable for 15 years of inhabitation. Prepare a tactical nuclear weapon. Prepare plans to evacuate the most valuable members of society. Once the enemy encounters the Reich soil, evacuate said citizens to the bunkers. Attack the enemy with the available atomic weaponry, temporarily disabling them and safeguarding the area via radiation. Train a society of warriors in the bunkers who will perfect and produce new weaponry. Return to the surface and defeat the enemy once and for all. So they went with Plan B. Which was, yeah, they were basically losing and they went nuclear. Push this button which will unlock the door. Look everyone, a camera. It's locked onto me. Like, this was state-of-the-art technology at the time. It really was. Is this Hitler's desk? Guidelines for Third Reich. Yeah, this is all just BS right here. We don't need that. So this is a area. I know this is just a picture of what he's seeing there, but these seem to be. Oh, this is Plan A. No, this is featuring Plan B, to deploy weapons to launch nuclear, weapons, if you will, from a long distance. And this is the research for Plan B. Sorry, I put it down by accident. The controls are a little finicky. What the fuck what in fuck's name are the Colonel's playing at? I still don't have any split. If you are under the impression that I'll wait until harvest, let me clear that up for you now. I won't. GL. Everyone suddenly lost their fucking minds that over that grain. 30 times a day they call me from the Vectorland, from the Balmain, all these different places, I guess. Even from France, ranting about some stupid wheat. Countless generators since the Middle Ages never even touched the stuff and don't seem to mind. PM, I mind. I have orders to secure the delivery as okay, they're arguing about grain. My guess is they're sending all the grain here. They must be acquiring it and sending it here. Big Ass TV. It's looking at me, dancing like a fool. Yes, fascinating. The controls are pretty laggy. I either hit the put down button like 3 times before it actually responded. Little museum. We actually got museums like this, of course not full of Nazi memorabilia, but full of stuff from the Gold Rush. You know, just cases and stuff, just makeshift little museums, because we just got so much historical stuff just laying around. Someone smashed this open. But I don't know why. Maybe something fell on it? Oh, you can't actually open the book. It's just a book. You can't actually examine it. Hello? Somebody help me? I know you're out there. Ah. I know you're out there?
I know you're out there.
Was it the cameras? Did you see them following you?
They are not easy to operate.
What do you want?
Who says I want anything? I was just watching you out of curiosity.
Who are you?
I came here to look for things to scavenge, just like you.
I mean, that's why you're here, right?
Oh, you can tell me.
I'm looking for someone? Oh, I should actually go with that. I'm looking for someone.
No. I'm looking for someone.
I haven't seen anyone else here.
But hey, I can help you with that. I'm in some sort of control center, so I've got a pretty good view of things.
There are cameras, switches, and whatnot in here. I could help you find whoever it is you're looking for. What do you say?
What do you want in return? How can I trust you?
And what do you want in return?
Just a small favor. Somehow I got myself locked in here. So I just need you to find the control room and get me out. You help me and I help you. That is called a quid pro quo.
Oh, I didn't know that.
See? We can even learn from each other on the way. So, will you help me?
I kind of don't really have a choice in the matter. We need her to move forward, so I'm just going to go with her. And plus, you know, she seems nice. She's stuck in a control room.
Dobrze,
So
I will help you. Tell me how.
So, I have this map and I think I figured it out. We are on level 2. Should be -2 if you ask me. Anyway, the room you're in is connected to a warehouse that leads to the forge. And that's where the control room should be.
And that's where you are.
That's right. Just come here and get me out before I completely lose my mind. Oh, as a gesture of goodwill, I even opened the door for you. Voila.
So, I guess I should get going.
Yep. Be careful out there. Did you want to say something?
I'm going to say I'm glad I found you.
I'm glad I found you.
Oh, I'm glad you found me too. I'm not going anywhere, so if you see a microphone, you can say hi or whatever.
Oh, okay. I just kind of realized, I mean, I've got a theory as to who this mysterious woman is. I am not going to say it yet. I want to let the game sort of open up. But I've got a theory as to who she is. And it's kind of messed up.
This place is made of salt. I mean the cave, not the warehouse. I figured I would entertain you with some facts about this place. That might have been the only fact I know about this place. There are speakers all over the warehouse, so you will be hearing from me.
Yeah, so like I was saying, this entire cave is basically a big ass salt mine that dug out all the salt and have just now a big ass cave. Ministry of Armaments and materials left after the excavation. The first samples available to the colonists will be any metal, wood, or leather that can be salvaged from the trains used in Operation Undertaken Submariners. They should thus be thoroughly stripped and all the materials refurbished and put to immediate use. The colonists are reminded that by the time this is abandoned, the bunker should have produced arms and provisions for at least 2 divisions to the next supplies and capabilities around research development work. Also must undertaken on refining commercial arms and development new weapons to ensure our victory. Okay, so they can't really supply new things down here. They can't really grow a forest, if you will. They can grow plants, but they can't really grow a forest. So wood and additional metals and whatnot are just going to have to come from wherever they can salvage them from. And since they no longer need the trains, they might as well take them from there. Pull this. I know it's futile.
It doesn't look like you're getting out of there so easily.
We go down here. This is because I simply know what to do. We're gonna push this button.
I can't get through.
I can see that. I have an idea, but I need your help.
What should I do?
Do you see that crane? I think I can control it from here.
But first we have to release it from that thing. Can you do something about that?
I can try.
So I actually
That lever,
like.
you need to pull it.
She was talking about a lever. I was running all over this warehouse looking for a bloody lever. It's right here.
Got it.
Lower the crane. Oh, okay. Hold on. Oh, I gotta hit the button again?
What are you planning to do with that rocket?
Be quiet, I need to focus.
Oops! Watch out! It might blow up!
It won't blow up.
Don't!
Are you alright?
You could have warned me what you were planning to do.
I was afraid you might say no.
So you risk my life?
Hey, I got you out of there, didn't I? Anyway, I don't see any cameras in there. So I'll meet you on the other side.
Let's roll. Sorry guys, I'm just having some trouble with my recording thing here. So I downloaded this, well I didn't download it from Steam. It is a Steam game. I got the key from a seller on eBay and I paid a whole $6.50 for this game. And I have to say, money well spent. Very much well spent. So it looks like they were like detonating nukes on the surface, and then the whole idea was to hide down here and then continue to build more nukes and even more kick-ass technology, so that, you know, 15 years or so they would have a civilization of super warriors, super intelligent and super soldiers with kick-ass technology, and would continue the fight from there. So effectively they will, oh, right, this place has been shot up. At first I thought they were training, but no, they were actually under fire. That's better. Okay. I wanted to bring the recording control function on the screen. You can't see it because it's a watermark results, but effectively, if I didn't have it, it would be a real pain in the ass. It's driving me nuts, essentially. Yeah, it looks like they were fighting. Now, I don't know exactly who was there. I feel like someone has infiltrated it, or it could have been like a civil war of sorts, civilians fighting against the soldiers. I don't recall getting through here, actually. I must have missed this last time. Recording.
We must be very quiet, all right? Listen to the clattering of the train. Really, when you think about it, we are very lucky it is so cold. Rails don't like hot weather. When steel heats up, it increases in volume. It bulges and strains until finally it can pop free of its restraints. The train might even derail. But we are in no danger of that because it's winter. We'll reach our destination, I promise.
It sounds like there was... Yep, these are people who were stowing away. A family of sorts who were stowing away inside here. There's a makeshift bed there, and there's 3 there, and a whole ton of weaponry. So it looks like they were going to either fight their way through. And it looks like they kind of did. Go.
The lieutenant's dead.
Who's second in command?
Also dead. There's only a handful of us left alive, while plenty of Germans are still scattered all over the place.
We'll get them.
I know we will. I just know that there's a more efficient way of doing it.
Efficient? You're starting to sound like them.
I sound like a scientist who doesn't want unnecessary bloodshed.
So, what are you suggesting as a scientist?
I'm suggesting we turn on that computer and use it against them like we did before.
No! Out of the question.
Think about it. It can scan the area and find all of them for us.
I said no. We will no longer use their technology. You disconnected it yourself. You know what it requires to operate. How are we different from them if we can live with those consequences?
It is too late to help them anyway, and without it, it will take us weeks to find the Nazis.
Let it take months. Do not bring this up again. That's an order.
Must I remind you, I'm the reason we found this place? Who are you to order anything?
I'm first in command now.
So they're talking about a computer system. A huge, powerful computer system that could effectively scan all the remaining enemies in the area and help them track them down. If not, they could be hiding anywhere in the city. My guess is that they had arrived after a lot had happened. Like they were already basically dying off when these people arrived.
What happened here?
Pull yourself together. Pull yourself together. No. I can't do it. Fuck. No one ever shot at me before. few ounces of lead, a few thousand feet per second. I won't even notice. I won't even notice. A man shoots. The Lord carries the bullet. Let it be.
Wow. Okay.
Hello?
This is where she should be.
This is the right room, isn't it?
This is the control room. But she ain't here.
Hey, where are you?
What do you mean? I'm still here waiting for you.
I'm in the room you told me to go to.
What? That's impossible.
You must be in a different room then.
Sorry, I didn't know. I didn't mean to send you on a wild goose chase.
That's okay. We all make mistakes.
You're kind. I really thought it was here. It really means a lot that you trusted me. I'm sorry I disappointed you. The truth is, I don't know what's happening to me. I've been locked in here for I don't know how long, and I'm getting really scared. I guess what I'm trying to say is that you are my only hope.
Hope isn't going to help me find a way.
You're right.
What are you doing?
Just give me a second. Yes, I got it. It says here, you're in a control room, right? So you're probably talking through an EVE console.
I guess.
That machine has control over the entire area. We should be able to get access to the maps, doors, shafts, everything.
But the screen says it needs a memory tube.
Huh. I wonder what that's for. See if you can find one lying around. I'm looking it up right now. It says here that the memory tubes have something to do with the oversight system for the whole bunker. They recorded events back when the system was still working.
Okay, so the doctor said that they don't want to turn on the computer because there is something dark about it. It requires doing something that they don't want to do. And as we go further into it, we'll basically figure out, or get an idea of what it's about. And then I'll give my theory as to what's actually going on. But I suspect the woman in the tapes, the one saying we're not turning on the computer to find them, I think that was his mum. She was some sort of warrior, and it's possible that her father is the scientist she brought along with them. Okay, deceased.
I told you, not in front of her.
He reached for his gun. What was I supposed to do?
Okay, let's see what we can do about this machine.
Hurry.
It knows we're breaking in.
in the first place?
The encryption codes. It seems they are the same ones I helped crack years ago.
How do we have those people upstairs?
Just give me a moment. This is incredible.
What?
This machine, the things it can do. A day-night cycle, agriculture systems, air filtration.
Don't get used to those. We shut this thing down as soon as we have our people. So, focus.
Right. It's an all-out war up there.
We need to do something.
The protocol won't let me.
Then change the fucking protocol.
We could do that. If you give it something. It worked.
That's exactly what we need. Keep it up.
I'm not doing anything. It's the machine. Look,
What's it doing?
it's deciding on an outcome. But
What?
there's no good option. It's done.
How long is it going to take before...
That was pretty horrific.
Yeah. It's like the bunker was trying to defend itself.
By any means necessary. I guess that's all war really is in the end. People killing each other in desperation. Did it end?
Did what end?
The war. Did the war end?
I think so. I don't really know.
Yeah, no one tells me anything either. So, what was it like where you came from?
The world was lifeless. I'm going to be truthful and just say the world is lifeless.
There's no one out there. Everything is dead.
That's sad to hear.
So, what do we do now?
Now, I have access to the control system in this area, and I can let you out of this room. I'll study the map and try to find the central control room. Go straight through the forge. There should be a passage down there.
Okay, so that was weird. The bunker seems to be incredibly intelligent and effectively can and do things. It can kill people effectively. It can kill people. It can change the environment. This is an incredible piece of technology. It's so hard. It's even hard to describe what it can do. It's an AI. It's a artificial intelligence. And yes, I'm going to say it now. I believe that this woman we're talking to is in fact this AI. She's not an actual person. She is the computer. At least that's what I suspect.
So this is where all the trains were supposed to go.
Oh, so yeah, this is where they were supposed to go to get scrapped down. Looks like they busted a leak or something. Something fell, or I don't really know. But there's a lot of slag here. Yes, that is the technical term for just a big clump of melted metal. It's called slag, and that's what we're dealing with.
It's a dead end.
What?
There's no way to keep going.
According to my map, there should be a pipe there. It leads directly to the living area. Can't you see it?
So? You expect me to jump?
Listen, I wouldn't have let you here if I didn't think you could do it.
Is that really the only way down?
I'm afraid so. From this part of the bunker, at least.
You trusted me once. I just need you to trust me again. That pipe is part of the cooling system for this forge. There's a small reservoir at the end that should soften your landing. At least there should be.
I'm scared.
I know you are. You said the world outside is lifeless, right?
So what?
So even though it's an empty, unforgiving place, you survived. You are a fighter. You can do it.
What will happen if I don't jump?
Have you ever felt helpless? Like you have no control over the things going on around you? Like you have to just accept whatever happens next? No matter how painful it is? Things don't have to be like that this time. You're in control now. So, to answer your question, if you don't jump, there's a chance you'll end up asking yourself, what if? And that's an awful feeling.
Okay, I will do it. I will jump.
Everything's going to be alright, trust me.
Man, she really wants
You
me
can
to
swim,
jump.
right?
I very much doubt he can swim. I mean, I very much doubt, because how would he have the opportunity to do it inside that little bunker? Bargaining. So the first was denial, the second one was bargaining. Isn't that the stages of like grief or death? When you're told you're dying, you go through all these different stages. I'm not controlling this, by the way. This is all just a concept. Okay, so I'm going to make this the end of the episode. But it's so fun. As soon as I basically cut this off, I'm just going to keep playing, because it is just incredibly fun. And I really want to see the end of this game. I still haven't reached the part where I've actually finished, where I stopped playing and started playing again. So, but we are getting close to it. So, I'm Steamtown Gamer. Like and subscribe and share if you haven't already. Blah blah blah. And I shall catch you on the flip. Later.